Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe. Now this start video. In Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 11, titled In the Trenches, Part I, the action-packed drama took a chilling turn, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. This episode aired on January 29, 2025. As part of the One Chicago crossover event, which also included Chicago Med and Chicago PD. The storyline kicked off with a devastating gas explosion in a downtown building that ignited a massive fire, forcing the city's first responders to push their limits as they scrambled to save lives and manage the disaster. However, it was the shocking and heart-stopping events at the end of the episode involving Trudy that had everyone talking. The explosive chaos unfolded in a commercial building located in the heart of downtown Chicago. A gas explosion rocked the structure, sending shockwaves through the surrounding area and setting off a chain reaction of fire, panic, and destruction. Many individuals found themselves trapped inside the building, unable to escape the inferno as it spread rapidly. The fire's rapid expansion was particularly dangerous, as it threatened to engulf nearby buildings, including one housing the city's critical server room. As the flames blazed out of control, a coordinated response from the city's first responders was essential. Lieutenant Kelly Severide and his team from Firehouse 51, including Lieutenant Stella Kidd, were immediately on the scene, leading the rescue efforts to save those trapped in the basement. Their primary mission was not only to save lives, but also to assess the stability of the building's structure. The intense heat and growing risk of collapse made their job increasingly perilous. As they navigated the building, trying to control the flames and prevent further damage, Dr. Sam Frost, along with paramedics and police officers, worked in tandem with the firefighters to treat the wounded. But things took a dark turn when the team discovered that the explosion wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate act of sabotage aimed at the building's server room, which contained sensitive data related to the city's pension plan. The plot quickly unfolded to reveal the explosion was orchestrated by an unknown group targeting the financial infrastructure of Chicago. Amidst the raging fire and growing danger, Lieutenant Stella Kidd found herself at the heart of the rescue efforts. She and her team were tasked with entering the building's unstable structure to save those trapped beneath it. However, as the rescue mission progressed, it became clear that the building's integrity was compromised. The explosion had weakened the foundation, and there was an imminent risk of collapse. Kidd and her team moved quickly to rescue civilians, and in doing so, they ventured into the subway tunnels below the building. With the fire continuing to spread and the situation growing increasingly dire, Lieutenant Kidd's team made a critical decision to enter the tunnels and assist those trapped in the subterranean passages. However, disaster struck when another explosion rocked the building, cutting off their access to the tunnels and severing their communication with the rest of the team. Trapped with no way to reach safety, Kidd's fate hung in the balance. In a desperate attempt to save his wife, Severide rushed into the tunnels, hoping to find Kidd amid the falling debris. But the rubble quickly obstructed his path, and the situation became even more dangerous. The episode concluded on a tense cliffhanger, leaving viewers wondering whether Kidd would survive or be trapped in the chaos. Her fate remained uncertain, making it one of the most dramatic moments of the episode. In addition to the high-stakes drama unfolding at the scene of the explosion, another subplot involving Mouch and his wife, Trudy, added an emotional layer to the episode. Mouch, known for his tough and steady demeanor, found himself caught up in a personal crisis when he realized that he had forgotten Trudy's birthday. This small but significant detail added to Mouch's internal guilt as he tried to juggle his responsibilities at the firehouse with his personal life. As Mouch wrestled with the guilt of disappointing his wife, his focus would soon shift to a much more pressing concern. While Trudy had been trying to protect an area near the building, she was shot in the line of duty. The harrowing moment left Mouch devastated and shaken, especially as he struggled with his feelings of guilt and helplessness. Trudy's shooting came as a shocking twist in the storyline, leaving her future uncertain and raising the stakes for the upcoming episodes. The scene was a dramatic reminder of the risks that first responders face every day and the emotional toll it takes on their families. As Mouch faced the grim reality of his wife's injury, viewers were left to wonder whether she would survive and how this incident would impact her relationship with Mouch moving forward. While the focus of the episode was undoubtedly on the explosive crisis and the fate of Lieutenant Kidd and Trudy, there were several other key moments that highlighted the challenges faced by the team at Firehouse 51. One of these involved Herman, who found himself working alongside a new recruit, Pascal. Herman, known for his leadership and often gruff demeanor, was forced to work through some internal struggles as he navigated the complexities of mentoring a new firefighter under extreme pressure. Throughout the episode, Herman had to make tough decisions that tested his ability to balance his professional responsibilities with his personal doubts. His partnership with Pascal was fraught with tension, but it ultimately showcased Herman's growth as a leader and his unwavering commitment to his team. Meanwhile, paramedics Violet and Novak were thrust into the chaotic medical crisis, treating victims and trying to save as many lives as possible in the midst of the disaster. The high-stakes environment took a toll on them as they made life-or-death decisions in real time, underscoring the emotional strain first responders endure while performing their duties. Dr. Frost's role was particularly poignant in this episode, as his ride along with the team turned into an intense medical emergency. As the fire and danger escalated, Dr. Frost found himself thrust into situations that tested his clinical expertise, adding an extra layer of tension and suspense as the medical team worked tirelessly to help the injured. The investigation into the explosion's origin added a sense of urgency to the story, as police officers worked with the fire and medical teams to uncover the truth behind the sabotage. With a large police presence at the scene, the investigation hinted at a deeper conspiracy, raising more questions about the true motives behind the attack. By the end of Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 11, viewers were left on a cliffhanger that set the stage for intense drama in the coming episodes. The fate of Trudy was left hanging in the balance, and with her injury, it remains uncertain whether she will make a full recovery. Meanwhile, the unresolved storyline surrounding Lieutenant Kidd's situation adds another layer of suspense. Will she survive the collapse and escape the tunnels, or will her fate be sealed in the rubble? The episode also teased potential developments in the investigation into the explosion, with more information expected to emerge in future episodes. As the city's first responders continue to work under intense pressure, the emotional and physical toll of the job is bound to weigh heavily on each of them, making for more compelling drama in the seasons to come. As Chicago Fire moves forward, the aftermath of the explosion will undoubtedly have lasting consequences on the characters' lives. With Trudy's fate still uncertain after being shot, Mouch's guilt and the emotional toll on their relationship will likely become a central storyline. His struggle to balance his duties as a firefighter with his concern for Trudy may lead to moments of personal growth and perhaps some reconciliation in their marriage. Meanwhile, the investigation into the explosion and the terrorist-like attack on the server room will continue to unfold, bringing new challenges for the Firehouse team and their counterparts in Chicago PD and Chicago Med. The emotional weight of the tragedy will impact everyone in the One Chicago franchise, with each team facing their own personal and professional battles in the wake of the disaster. Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 11 provided viewers with a heart-pounding, action-packed episode full of twists and turns. The danger and destruction of the explosion were only amplified by the personal stakes for characters like Trudy and Lieutenant Kidd, whose futures are now uncertain. As the team of first responders faces the aftermath of this traumatic event, fans can expect more drama, action, and emotional moments in the episodes ahead.